From the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel, this is a severe weather alert.
All right, it is currently 5:45 in the afternoon. I'm Fred Gossage along with Chase Wilson in the Tennessee Valley Weather Center. We have a new severe thunderstorm warning in the viewing area. This is now for northern areas of Maury County, Tennessee. Generally north of Columbia, this is a severe thunderstorm warning until 6:15. It also includes outside of our viewing area, southwest Williamson County in Tennessee and southeast Hickman County is for this severe thunderstorm here out along Highway 50, lifting off to the east-northeast at about 45 miles an hour. There's the potential for some quarter-size hail and some 50 to 60 mile per hour winds. That's going to stay north of the Columbia area, but from Arkland to Santa Fe to Bethel to the Theta community and over to Spring Hill, that's the area of concern for maybe some quarter, possibly half-dollar size hail. We'll do a storm track from just ahead of that and carry it east-northeast at about 45 miles an hour. A little farther to the east than that. Kind of match it up with the arrow. There we go. Here are some times of arrival for that potential for hail. Water Valley at 5:48, 5:49. Kinderhook 5:52. Santa Fe 5:54. Bethel at 5:56. Theta and Smarten at 6 o'clock. Jameson 6:03. Boston 6:03. The Burwood area 6:08. Kingfield also 6:08. 6:08 for Leapers Fork, Spring Hill at 6:09, Thompson Station 6:11, and Settlers Point at 6:14. Again, the potential for some quarter to half-dollar size hail and 50 to 60 mile per hour winds, not seeing any signs of a tornadic rotation, and with the structure of the storm, not expecting that to try to develop at any time in foreseeable future. So we'll clear this off, go to our next severe storm we have on the board and go to GWX radar. This is coming out of Tishomingo County into northwest Alabama. This will likely stay just to the south of the Shoals Metro. This is mainly a concern for the southern part of Colbert County, Alabama, and far northern areas of Franklin County, Alabama. Now you see the cylinder there. That's because there is some broad rotation. However, it's not a tornado type setup. The updraft is rotating, but there are other mitigating factors at the ground level that keep this from being a tornado maker at this time. We'll watch it in case that changes, but this is a severe thunderstorm warning. We're getting increasingly concerned about the potential for some hail that may be upwards of 2 inches in diameter. So coming out of northeast Mississippi into southwestern areas of Colbert County and maybe clipping that far northern part of Franklin County, Alabama. So from Osboro and Bishop down to the Burnstown area and Minot, and especially south of there to the county line, that's where I think some large hail to some very large hail may be falling. And within the next 10 to 15 minutes, that's going to be getting over here toward the Highway 247 corridor from Newsom Springs down the Rock Creek to the Cedar Creek Reservoir. And then we'll be watching Highway 43 over the next 20 to 30 minutes. So just ahead of the hail core, let's go due east at 45 miles an hour with a storm track here. A little farther. Yeah, that's good enough there. Let's shift that a little more southward because I wanted more of a due east track. Let's just shift the track. Let's shift the direction of the track. Just there we go. All right, so that gives room for a right turn and gives us some Russellville time of arrival here also. So Minot 550, Pleasant Grove 5:59, Rock Creek 5:59, Newsom Springs 6 o'clock, Red Rock 6:04, Frankfort 6:05, Crooked Oak 6:08, New Bethel 6:08, Hawk Pride Mountain at 6:08, Lime Rock at 6:11, Flatwoods at 6:12, and again these are in northwest Alabama. 6:13 for Fairview, Russellville 6:15, Colbert Heights 6:16, and Littleville, Alabama 6:17. The potential for hail that may get up to 2 inches in diameter as the storm moves into northwest Alabama. We'll clear this off and center up the storm itself on radar. And let's investigate storm relative velocity so we see exactly what that looks like. And that may be a little bit of side lobe contamination because that does not match up with the location of the hook itself. You would expect that back closer to the Dennis area and Highway 25. That's a radar artifact because of the physics of radar with the storm like this. It does show that the updraft is in rotation, but that's not where you would expect the low-level circulation itself. You'd expect it a little farther back to the west. So that's a false echo is what that is. Basically, how to explain that to the general public. That's a false echo of something happening a little farther up into the storm. That does increase the potential for there being large hail because it's more likely to do that with a rotating updraft. There we go back to reflectivity. You can see, if we zoom out a little bit, that this is going to be mainly staying south of the Shoals Metro. Let's zoom out to where we get the Quad Cities in perspective here. You have Muscle Shoals, Florence, Tuscumbia, Sheffield. Storm here is moving due east, so this is mainly going to be along and south of Highway 72 in Colbert County. There will probably be some consideration for canceling the Lauderdale County part of the warning here as things go by. It's generally along and south of Highway 72 in Colbert County and then north of Highway 24 in Franklin County in northwest Alabama, where we're watching for the potential for some very large hail, possibly up to 2 inches in diameter. We'll hit the DMA view button, look at other thunderstorms. We're not ignoring anybody. I know there's some loud storms, maybe pea-sized hail, 30, 40 mile per hour winds from Hohenwald down to Ashland and Topsy, down to about the Martins Mill area coming up into Waynesboro, then another one over Waterloo. None of these storms are severe warned at this time, but we'll watch them in case they do try to intensify. There are more storms back in the North Mississippi that have heavy rain, small hail, and lightning, and additional storms back near the Mississippi River. I'm starting to wonder, however, if these initial storms moving through the area now may help work over the environment a little bit ahead of the storms that come in later this evening. We will hold that hope until we know that that's just not happening. We will not rest on that hope, however. We will be vigilant through the evening. Our next live scheduled update, since we're so close to 6 o'clock, will be at 6:30. We will come back sooner if any new warnings are issued, and if any part of the viewing area is issued a tornado warning, will be nonstop until the danger is past. For Chase Wilson, I'm Fred Gossage, live from the Tennessee Valley Weather Center. Stay with Tennessee Valley Weather. We'll keep you advised.
You're watching the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel.